Ask yourself what would scare my grandmother or piss off my grandfather. And that's a Fox story.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
Finding that comedy, you know, finding that gallows humor by, you know, that just kind of galvanizing toxic workplace that we've all experienced in some form, maybe, you know, not to this extent, but to then find the gallows humor in that, it's really, it was a surprise. Like, I didn't see that coming. Did you expect it to be so funny?
Trauma is handled a lot of times with gallows humor. Yeah. And I think we're sometimes so scared because we feel like we have to be earnest and we have to kind of be respectful and take it seriously. But what we're really doing is a disservice to the human condition. I think it's a wonderful ability that human beings can handle and cope with a lot of trauma through dry, inappropriate humor. And also the absurdity of what happened there. To not acknowledge that is almost a disservice to this cause. It's so outrageous, this behavior and some of the stuff that happened there. And I think it's just part of telling that story as accurately as possible.
There was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Oh my God, did he just accuse me of anger menstruating?
The film to me is also, you know, this kind of whirlwind of movies like His Girl Friday, Network, broadcast news, but, you know, for the Me Too explosion generation, Time's Up. Where did you both look for inspiration?
I always looked to Patty Chayefsky, of course, for everything, because I can't help it. And Milos. Because of the experience of the Czech New Wave, there is a way in which those filmmakers embrace complicated social issues, always with this quality of humor beneath it, right? And what I love about the Czech New Wave is there's no shame at all in embracing the entertainment component of getting people into an issue. Right, and I think sometimes with these issues we get a little precious, particularly around survivor stories, because we're afraid of, you know, we have to treat them with passivity sometimes, or they're delicate, but that robs the characters often of agency. So what I love about this particular film is how much agency these women have, you know, and how they're complicated and unique, and how the actresses brought such color to their lives.
Hot in here.
But I do think, like, sometimes we allow men to explore those things in those interesting levels of human behavior. And with women, we're sometimes a little scared. We want to either, like, handle it with, like, gloves, or they have to be whores. Like, like those are the two boxes that we want to put women in, and that they could be funny and an ownership of, like, what they're going through and their trauma and all of that, and be funny around that is something that we don't see a lot of.